Welcome back.
Welcome. Hey.
Wake up!
Jumping right into it with the screaming in my ear. Please don't hurt me anymore.
Ugh.
What are we talking
They're
about?
like HR puff and stuff trees, those dudes. They just whoa, whoa, whoa.
There are some pretty crazy trees in HR Puff and stuff. In the very first episode, there's a very racially insensitive tree, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I believe of a Native American, if I remember correctly.
Yep. I think I've told this story. That when I was little, I'd go to my uncle's house, and I was a kid. There was nothing to do. The dog got tired, so I'd go inside and watch videos. He had the VCR for HR Puff and stuff, and I had like 2 episodes on it or something. But I didn't know anything about HR Puff and stuff. I'm just like, what's this? This is just like a kid's thing.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and
It's creeped the shit out of you.
yeah,
I'm guessing.
creeped the shit out of me.
Because normies like you can't handle puppets.
But it was like the only thing to watch, so I would go there and I would watch it, and I wouldn't like it,
I love
but
the
I'd still
idea.
watch it.
Yeah. This is fucking terrifying. I hate this. But,
It's like Mr. Squiggles.
What else am I gonna do? Mr. Squiggle is also cool. Fuck you.
I do not like puppet
It's
things.
Why?
Just,
You scared of sock puppets, mister?
I don't know. Maybe one bit me.
I bet you are. I was watching Wellington Paranormal actually last night, and there was an episode where one of the main characters is scared of sock puppets.
Yeah.
You ever watched Wellington Paranormal?
No.
It's very good. It's a New Zealand show about these police officers who are also paranormal investigators.
Nice.
And it's got like, you know, Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. They direct and write some of it. I don't know if they do the whole show, but you know, and it's kind of like a spin-off series of the movie What We Do in the Shadows.
Taika Waititi, was he in? He was in Shang-Chi, wasn't he?
I haven't seen that film, so I don't know.
Maybe.
Taika Waititi is a big name in Hollywood these days. He does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's a director, he's an actor, he's a writer.
Alright.
I'd
This group I follow on YouTube called Just Kidding Films or Just Kidding News. The news channel is a lot bigger than any of their other stuff. So they did a bit when Shang-Chi came out, and they did a few videos with one of the guys, one of like the main male actors in Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched a bit, but I think I watched a little bit of it, and they said something like, I think they were talking about it and they didn't have them in it, so they were just talking about how good Shang-Chi was. I think that's what it was.
Thank you.
And
Ooh, there's an ooh there.
and
I got a little bit lost in the sauce in this game here.
yeah, they were like, people would,
Oh my god.
He wouldn't know about him. People wouldn't know about him unless they watched like Asian stuff, Asian like movies. And I was thinking, but I feel like I've seen both of those guys before, so can't be that.
So you're a
That-
racist, are you, father?
No, I think it was I heard you're a racist now.
Yeah. That's from Papa Ted.
Yeah, I've seen that clip recommended to me, and I've been like, I might watch that, and then I never did.
Oh, okay. The clip of the show.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Okay. Cool.
It just says it in the title. I'm like, well, I don't think I need to watch it. It's explained what it is.
I mean,
That's the thing
Yeah.
I try to avoid doing with naming things, is I try to avoid spoiling what happens in it. But I also kind of want to suggest what happens in it to get people to watch it.
welcome to naming schemes in general. You've cracked the code.
Yeah, I know.
Give intrigue, but not spoil everything.
So with Mabini Talks, I half-assed it, and on some other areas I put effort in, because I wanted to just get it out and get it off my hard drive. It's been sitting there for ages.
Get this shit off of me.
It just needs to be out there
You
in
can
some
title,
capacity.
You gotta. That's why you gotta clickbait the titles as well. Make them really interesting.
And
So
so-
you can say, "Eyes Not a Miner reveals his crazy secrets on how he makes videos." And
Yeah,
then it
well,
can just me
that's-
going, "I just don't know what to do."
That's what part 3 of Mab and Tom 2021 is called. I don't care anymore.
Man, I can't wait for that to come out.
That's
in
like
9 years.
you saying something along those lines of I don't care anymore. And so I just thought, that's great, I'm going to put that in there. It's going to sound like I'm saying it, but it's not me, it's you saying it.
Okay.
Because otherwise it was just going to be called adult stuff, and I thought I could also just not give it a title, because I think the first 2 parts don't have a title. Well, actually, part 2 is called YouTube.
You know what I like about you, Mabini? It's that it's your commitment to consistency.
Yeah.
This one's going to have a title, this one won't. This one's going to have a thumbnail, but this one, nah.
Yeah. That's right. That's just what I do. I'm
Just, you own it, man, own it.
I do own it. I'm just like, this is the way I do things. It's not very consistent, but I commit to doing it. I'm still uploading on YouTube. I want this channel to succeed, so I have to upload videos. So, and I want to make new content, so I'm just gonna pump out the stuff I've already made. So the Mab and Tom 2021 stuff is gonna be is like an hour long for each part, roughly. I think the shortest one's 45 minutes. So it's committing to the podcast format. But the 2019 stuff is broken up into bits because it was already broken up into bits.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went, it's all kind of half-assed done, sort of. So I'm just gonna get it out of my face and not worry about it anymore. I've made a few pictures and stuff like that to make it so it wasn't completely awful. But that first one was about Same Industries. That one's terrible. I think the next one this coming Wednesday is Cast the Psychopath.
Yeah, that's relevant.
So we were talking about the page where Jacob he says his line to, I've forgotten her name. Clementine.
Sorry, she's only one of the main characters.
What does he say? Is it Thunder Thighs? Whatever it is, something like that. Says that line to her.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about.
Okay, that's a great conversation topic.
Yeah.
Man, I'll get back to
I'm
it
like,
one day.
that's not the most recent page anymore. It's been a little while. And I'm like, what page are we up to?
Not much further, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I think we're up to the cooking class.
Look, I have plans for Cass. All right. Okay. All right. The cooking class is done. I'm pretty sure. It is done, but you can't tell it's done.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to the next scene yet. My plan is, I got all these videos I'm working on right now, right?
Mm.
But then I'll get them all done early in the year, if not at the end of this year, which will probably definitely not be the case. And then, while those big videos are being uploaded, I'll spend time on like animations and comics and stuff, and it'll be real cool and fun and good.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been you saw it on Twitter. I can't help it. I've been writing so much for Tomato and Alice and Tomato.
Yeah.
It's not just you can't.
And that's why I said, like, I think we knew this was inevitable. Just embrace it.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't help it.
It's just the way you work. It's what you do.
It is. I can't help but come up with stories.
Yeah, you wanted to have a character and be lazy like everyone else, but you just can't.
I'm not a lazy bitch like everyone else.
You just have to come up with stuff all the time.
No, it's a curse, honestly. I'm happy with what I've made so far, though, is the thing. I create stories, I'm like, this won't be anything. And then it's like, actually, I'm very proud of this. I really want it to be.
I did notice you definitely put a bit of effort in when, like, you blacked out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, he really has done a bit.
I might do something.
There's like a bunch of characters or something in there that he's just not introduced us yet.
There might be a couple, yeah.
You just
characters and
introduced
concepts.
Retta, and then I'm like,
and
then he blacked out a bunch. I'm like, oh god, there's probably a couple more in there.
Yeah, Retta's got a whole backstory. Alice got a whole Tomato's got a backstory, which I don't even know. I feel like kind of the appeal of Tomatoes is the weird fucking thing that exists, but I've given him an entire comprehensible backstory now.
He is slowly eking out an independent existence from the famous YouTuber I Has No Tomato.
He is. He's independent to me. I'm I Has No Tomato, and he is Tomato.
He is Tomato.
That's the way
Tomato
I see
and
it
Alice.
these days. Yeah.
Or was it Alison Tomato?
It's Alison Tomato now.
Yeah.
There was a name. I had a name change.
Yeah. Very big, very noticeable.
It is. I was going to call it. Originally, it was called Tomato and Alice, and it was called that on everything. And then when I made a logo for it, which I haven't released yet, and I was like, wait a second, this stands for this is TNA.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh no, so I've changed it all to A and T now.
Yeah.
And I have to keep correcting myself all the time.
Isn't there like a technology company called A&T?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's not. I mean, the show isn't what's called. What? What? What are you talking about?
TNA. I'm enjoying
A part of me wanted to keep it. Like, I don't know, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, like, I shouldn't.
Some people are going to be like, no, you didn't need to do this.
Yeah. It's not inaccurate, I suppose you could say. There is quite a bit of it present at all times, you could say.
Not only am I got some changes coming into Mabini Talks, because of the changes I've made to Mabini Talks, I have decided to change the way I do Supercars Mabini a little bit. Because the biggest problem with Supercars Mabini is coming up with a theory or coming up with some kind of video to do.
Right.
Because it takes so long. So I thought, I think there's kind of a way to do what I want to do, but like the quick and easy kind of podcasty way of it. So if I just do that and it's still committing to like the theorizing stuff, it just doesn't have the video clips or stuff like that quite as much. I can pump out a few videos a year. So I think that's what I want to do moving forward, is be like, today I'm going to talk about Andre Heimgartner and his career and what's going to happen in the future, and talk about stuff. Is he any good? All of that.
Yeah. What do you think is the longest part of making a video for you? What takes the longest?
Coming up with an idea that I can commit to. That's the bit that's hardest for me.
Okay, so we have different hard parts.
So, because sometimes I'll have an idea, I'll be like, oh yeah, I wanna, like I just described an idea I came up off the top of my head, kinda, about Andre Heimgartner. But I have to come up with a few ideas before I start writing. I have to be like when I did Scott McLaughlin, how many championships he can win. I thought, I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do how each champion won the championships, how each multiple time champion won the championships, how they did it. And so that was it. I knew exactly how I was going to do it, and then I did it. Resurrect a Race Team is like, okay, I'm going to look at specific teams. I'm going to look at how they got back up to the front, or how they got up to the front, and that's how I did that. And the super light one, I could come up with a bunch of examples off the top of my head. The difficult bit was coming up with a really good way of analysing the super light entry, and that was difficult. And so I think that's why that one took a long time. And I think I scrapped I had a draft script for a while, and I could have made the video, and I think I'd started it, and then the whole year happened. and then I had to rewrite it, kinda, and then quickly made it. Those are the sorts of difficulties that I have, is
just commitment, basically.
Yeah, or commitment, or having a good idea of what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's like the retirement video was kind of like all of my ideas rolled into one.
Yeah.
But it was like my biggest idea, my biggest, most passionate thing, which was like, my favorite driver's retiring. Why are they retiring? And stuff like that, trying to understand it. Simone Di Silvestro was trying to sort of make a video supporting the driver, about the drivers that don't usually do that well. Trying to understand why they don't do that well. Because I feel like every driver is as good as one another, but for some reason they're not doing it quite as well. But yeah, I kind of want to do sort of podcasty sort of videos for Supercars Mabini.
Yeah. So just real quick videos, you're saying? Well, quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could work for your style. I don't know why it always comes to mind. I think of like someone like Saberspark, where like he has like a formula to his videos. He's got like a little character that talks. He has like a place on the screen where he has footage.
Yeah.
You know, I can see your videos kind of being like that.
There's a bunch of Formula One YouTubers that I watch. Like there's Josh Ravel, there's Perspective. There's a bunch of them that I watch. That I'm not subscribed to, but like I get recommended them because I watch them so much. And I'm like, I can see how they do their videos, and some of them they put that effort in, and I'm like, but they don't have full-time jobs, do they?
Well, you know what I recommend?
Yeah?
Ending this episode.
Okay.